Hey, what's up guys, Jaeky here. Today we're going to be checking out the LAMZU Inca. This is their new release and the shape is heavily inspired by the Zowie ZA13. Huge shout out to FrostyZK for sending this out for me to check out. I wasn't obligated to do a review on this or anything like that, but I felt like I might as well do a review on it because this is a very solid mouse. The LAMZU Inca is retailing for $120 USD and you can choose between two different colorways, that being black or white. So let's get right into the unboxing here. It is coming in at 40 grams, so it is a very light mouse. Inside of here is going to be the Pixart 3950 sensor, and it does support up to 8000 Hz polling rate with the included dongle. So this is what it looks like right here. You can see you have the mouse itself, and the mouse does not come with skates pre-installed, so that you can either choose whether or not you want to install the stock skates, or you can put on your own dot skates, for example, if you prefer third-party skates. In the box, you also get the 8000 Hz wireless dongle. It's really nice that this is actually included in the box. It is USB-C, of course. And in the box, you get two sets of skates here. They are completely identical. And you also get the typical LAMZU mouse grips in here as well. In the box, you also get this carrying bag. And inside of here, you have another bag with your USB-C cable. This is what the USB-C cable looks like. It is braided, which is very nice. Really high quality. And you also have the angled cable here. So there's reduced cable drag when you are using this wired. So that's very nice to see. And you also get a little quick start guide as well. Alright, so that is everything that you get in the box, and this is the Inca right here. This is what it looks like, as you can see with the stock skates installed. On the bottom here, you just have one button and a switch. The button here is used to switch between DPIs, I would imagine, and then the button here is just to turn the mouse on and off. The switches inside of the Inca are the Omron optical switches, and here is a quick sound test of all of the buttons on the mouse. I think the clicks feel really good, especially the side buttons. They're super crisp and tactile, and the Omron optical switches feel great as well. They are very spammable if that's something you're concerned about. They're not super tight. They're very light and very tactile. The scroll wheel here is tensioned pretty nicely as well. I don't find it too loose or too tight for my preferences. So I'm not going to touch on build quality for too long because in my experience, LAMZU mice have always been top notch when it comes to build quality. And the same can be said for the LAMZU Inca here. It is coming in at 40 grams, so super light, but even at this weight, it still feels very solid in hand. There's no holes on this mouse whatsoever to achieve the light weight of 40 grams. And when I press on the sides or shake it, there's no rattle and no flex to the body whatsoever, and no unexpected creaking coming from the mouse. Before we go over the shape of the Inca, let's actually talk about the software. So LAMZU has actually shifted to a web-based software, which is really nice because that means you don't have to download anything onto your computer. This is what the web-based software looks like so far. I believe it is still in very early stages, but you can still do the very basic things that you would want to. For example, you can change all of the buttons on the mouse. You can create macros here as well. You can turn on and off motion sync as well as high speed mode, which will increase the rate at which your battery drains. You can also change the debounce time here as well, repair the mouse and factory reset it. And of course you have your DPI options here. You can also choose how many stages of DPIs you want. And of course you can change your polling rate, lift-off distance, and the sleep time of the mouse. And you can also see the battery life and create different profiles as well. Looks like you can have up to 3 different profiles. So very simple software, but it gets the job done. And I love the fact that LAMZU is switching over to web-based software. Let's go over the skates really quickly as well. The skates here are really nice, super smooth, no scratchiness whatsoever, as I've come to expect from LAMZU mice. Every LAMZU mouse that I've tried so far has excellent stock skates, and you really won't need to switch to any third-party skates here. So yeah, really smooth glide on my mouse pad and no scratchiness that I can feel. So with all that being said, let's get into the shape here. If we actually look on elo shapes, like I mentioned earlier, the LAMZU Inca takes heavy inspiration from the Zowie ZA13. As you can see here on elo shapes, the Zowie ZA13 is pretty much identical to the LAMZU Inca. I've never tried the ZA13, but this is actually a pretty interesting shape. I can claw grip it very comfortably. Fingertip is alright as well, and palm grip I can actually make work on this mouse. For reference, my hands are 19 centimeters by 10 centimeters. Palm grip is actually doable for me on this mouse, although not super comfortable. For the LAMZU Inca, definitely claw grip is the way to go for this mouse, and you can make fingertip work as well, but this mouse has a really pronounced hump. So if you're gonna be fingertipping, you're not really making use of this hump. This is mainly gonna be for those claw grippers. Very interesting shape actually. Obviously shape is completely personal preference. So if you have been looking for the ZA13 shape and you want it in a wireless format, super lightweight, with really good build quality, then the LAMZU Inca might be endgame material for you. You can see here that the Zowie ZA13 wireless version is 65 grams, whereas the LAMZU Inca comes in at a light 40 grams. So if weight is a big deal for you and you're looking for a lightweight mouse with that ZA13 shape, then the Inca is definitely a no-brainer. But yeah, honestly, another banger mouse from LAMZU. All of their mice are really nice, and obviously shape is subjective. Personally, for me, the LAMZU Inca shape is not my favorite shape that I've used. Not something that I would use as my endgame mouse. I definitely prefer shapes more towards the XM1 or the LAMZU Atlantis. Those super aggressive claw grip style shapes are definitely leaned more towards me, or even like the Zowie S2 shape, something like that I definitely prefer more. I just find that the ZA13 shape is a little bit too narrow towards the front, and the back hump is just, I don't know, it's definitely usable. Like, it's not uncomfortable in any way. Like, if you told me I had to use this shape, I wouldn't be super mad or anything, but I don't know, it's just not something that is like super natural for me when I hold it in my hand. But if you are someone who likes the Zowie ZA13 shape, then this is definitely a solid mouse. Really no complaints in terms of the performance or build quality, and it's lightweight as well. So really, if the shape is for you, then this is definitely endgame material. Here it is compared to the G Pro Superlight 2. You can see here that the front is definitely more tapered off compared to the G Pro Superlight 2, and the back of the mouse here is a little bit more tucked in as well. But yeah, guys, that is the LAMZU Inca. Very nice mouse from LAMZU once again, and definitely worth checking out if you like the ZA13 shape. If you guys are interested, I will leave links to it in the description below. But that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.